Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? Dear students, I welcome you in Pakistan International School Types Virtual Learning System. This is second year biology class, and in today's lecture we will talk about sex determination. That is the new topic from chapter number 22, Inheritance. Before we have seen some Mendelian's laws and deviation from Mendelian's law, that is polygenic inheritance and epistasis. Now we will see sex determination, that how and which type of chromosomes determine the sex. So let's talk about this one. Let's get started. So first of all, we'll see sex determination. So that is the method by which distinction between male and a female is established in an organisms under genetic control, like chromosomes control this type of determination. So sex chromosomes are responsible for determination of separate sexes. So it is a biological system that determines the development of sexual characteristics in an organism. So traditionally, for in biology, we just use this symbol for male and this one for a female determination. Sex determination is done by sex chromosomes. So sex of many animals is determined by genes, but which are present on the chromosome. Those are called sex chromosomes. Except the sex chromosomes, there are other chromosomes also. Those are called autosomes. So one sex is homogametic in that, and the other one is heterogametic. What is homogametic and heterogametic? We will see after some time. So sex chromosomes are having a great role because they contain the genetic information which is essential for this sex. So at least one copy of an X chromosome is required. So that is about X chromosome. So male determining gene is located on Y, and Y chromosome, a single Y, even in the presence of X, it still produces the male phenotypes. And the absence of Y, it means that is a female. Absence of Y because some are having. Okay, so if we talk about like X chromosome, that is female, but if Y will be there, so that is the male. If male is not present, that Y is not present, so X will be the female chromosome. So let's talk about the sex determination in Drosophila melanogaster, that is fruit fly. And most that is the most common organism and special organism which is studied in inheritance, in genetics, in sex determination, in gene linkage, etc. So fruit fly, that's common scientific name is Drosophila melanogaster, has 8 chromosomes, 3 pairs of autosomes and 1 pair of sex chromosomes. These are called allosomes. So it has inherited one haploid set of autosomes and one sex chromosome from each parent. So female has 2 X chromosome and male is having 1 X and 1 Y chromosome. So presence of Y chromosome does not mean that it determines the maleness in Drosophila, but there are some other factors which just transform that Y into the male characters. Like there is a genic balance, genic balance system which determines that maleness in Drosophila melanogaster. So like the balance between the genes which are present on autosomes and the gene which are present on chromosomes, that must be in balanced condition. We will talk about this genic balance in the last as well. So Drosophila chromosomes, if you see, these are the sex chromosome. Sex chromosome is one pair of sex chromosome in Drosophila, and for female that is XX, this is the sign, and for male that is XY. So you can see the XX because both are X, so they are having the same structure and same genes, but we see the X and Y. So Y we can see that is the J shaped like this structure, and other three are autosomes. Sex chromosomes are also said to be allosomes, and autosomes, they are having other phenotypic characters. So these are like a second pair, a third pair, and fourth pair of autosomes. So three autosomal pairs and one allosomic pairs of Drosophila chromosomes. So these chromosomes, like for distinguish between the chromosome shape, structures, as well as its numbering. So there is a system which is derived for that. That is called like karyotype formation. So this is the karyotype of Drosophila, and male Drosophila if there is XY, but this is number 2, number 3, and number 4 pair of autosomes. So 3 pair of autosomes and 1 pair of allosomes are there, is there. So now we'll talk about sex determination in humans. So in humans, chromosomal sex is determined at fertilization at the 7th week of gestation period. So there are the sex differences over there. So it is influenced by genetic as well as some environmental factors also. So female is having two XX, like a set of X chromosomes, and male is in place of X, 1X, it is having Y chromosome. So here we can say the karyotype, or we can say the particular arrangement of the chromosomes in one cell. That is like in gamete. We can see these are different sets of chromosomes, like how many? 23 pair of chromosomes. So here we can say one more pair of chromosomes, that is X and Y, that is for male. So there are 46 chromosomes, 23 homologous pair of chromosomes are there in each somatic cell. 22 pairs are autosomes and one pair of sex chromosome like XX or XY. So that is the karyotype in which the chromosomes are arranged according to their shape and sizes. So now we will see the karyotype of male and female, both of them karyotype. So all chromosomes are same here, but if you see the last chromosomal pair, that is different. You can see here 2X chromosome are there in female, but Y is absent. So in male, if you see one is X and other is Y chromosome. So Y chromosome is having different structure also, and less gene as compared to like some specific genes which are present on X chromosomes. If we see the sex determination in different animals, so they are having different patterns over there. Different patterns of sex determination we can just see briefly, then we'll see in detail. There are the sex is homogametic. Homogametic means both of the pair of sex chromosomes that is same, and hetero means different, gametic means in gametes. So if like they are having different chromosomes in the gamete, they are having different chromosomes in gametes, so that is called heterogametic. Heterogametic, like if we see in male, like in male usually X and Y chromosomes are there, so that is said to be heterogametic, and in homogametic like female which are having two same XX chromosomes. So this type of pattern in which homogametic female which are having XX, a female, and male is XY, so presence of Y chromosome, that indicates the maleness in mammals and fishes, presence of second X chromosome, maleness in Drosophila and fruit fly. So Drosophila and human being are having almost the same like sex determination, while XX in the female and XY in the male. So birds, amphibians, reptiles, butterflies, and moths, they are having this type of pattern in which male is homogametic, in which they are ZZ or ZZ for like a homogametic male, and female is heterogametic, which is having Z and W. So in grasshoppers, there is a female is homogametic, like both are having X and X, and male is having X and not. Not or zero means they are not having the Y chromosome. If the Y chromosome is absent, it means they are male. So let's talk about the patterns of sex determination in detail. So in that, first we will see allosomal sex determination. That is means the sex chromosomes sex determination. Allosomes or sex chromosomes are generally X and Y, but in some birds that is Z and W also. So sex chromosomes are X and X. Similar, they are called homogametic, and X and Y, if they are different, so they are called heterogametic. So we have seen four patterns in brief before. Now we will talk about them in detail. So here we can see XX and XY sex determination pattern in which XX is female and XY is male. That is a system that Drosophila, man, and some other mammals, they are having this type of sex determination pattern. So in this system, female has two X chromosome that is homogametic and produces only one type of gamete, that is X. Like it's producing lots of gametes, like from one that is among the four gametes. So that is all are having XXXX chromosomes in that. In male, that is heterogametic, and one is X and other is Y chromosome. So it is producing two types of gametes. That's why it's called heterogametic. Some gametes are having X chromosomes and some are having Y chromosomes. So sperms are having different gametic structures, like some are having X chromosomes and some are having Y chromosomes. So if with ovum, which is having X chromosome, that unites with X sperm, so that leads to development of female, because both are having XX female. We can see it here. If the female is having XX and male is having XY chromosomes, so when we make the gametes in cross, so we can make like this. So when these gametes again fertilize, and there is the probability of possible children, like 50% will be female and 50% will be male, like XX and XY, then XX and XY. So 50% will be male and 50% will be female. In the second type of sex determination pattern, that is XX and X naught or X0. So here XX is female and X0 is male. So that is in grasshopper, Orthoptera and Hemiptera, that are insects, different categories or classes of insects. So in this system, male is double X, like that is homogametic, and male has single X. So a single X chromosome. So female is homogametic and produces all type of X, which are X chromosomes, which are having X chromosomes, and male is heterogametic, which is producing sperms which are having half are having X chromosomes and half are having none. It means no like Y or X chromosome in there, because here in not that it means there is no chromosome. So when it is forming the cross here, gametes are like this, and when they form cross, so XX can form this type female, then female, and then X naught, that will be XO, like X is present, but there is no other gamete is present. It means that is female, a male, and that is also male. So half of female and half will be male. So in all, like we have seen before, there is 1 to 1 ratio between male and female. Now we'll see another pattern in which XO female, that is heterogametic, that some species of insects like Phumia, they are having the same type of pattern, and XX is male, that is homogametic. So female produces two types of like gametes, 50% which are having X chromosome and 50% which are having none. So due to this pattern, male is homogametic and all gametes are produced in X form. So here we can see that here is none. It means no chromosome, a sex chromosome in this gamete is present. So when here also no, like 0. So when there is like a cross between XX and X not, so you can see here 50% females and 50%, sorry, 50% of female are here and 50% male are here. So like male are hemigametic or homogametic, sorry, and female is heterogametic. So if one X is present only and other is no sex chromosome is present, so it means they are female. So here we also are having the ratio that is 1:1 ratio, like half of are male and half of, are female. Next pattern, we will just see ZW and ZZ pattern. ZW here also, again, a female is heterogametic. It is producing two types of gametes, Z and W. So half of the gametes will have Z and half of the gametes will have W chromosomes. That is a reverse of XY and XX chromosomes, like a pattern. And we can also write with that with ZW and ZZ. That is called XY, or here we can see XX pattern. So in your book, that is XX or XY, but the cross is between the XX, like ZW and ZZ pattern. So female is heterogametic, so both of the gametes are produced, which is having Z, and some are having W type of chromosomes, and male is homogametic, in which gametes are produced only which are having Z chromosomes. So cross is here, that is extra, sorry. So the cross is here when male and female producing the gametes, and when they unite, fertilization is done. So W and Z, then we are having this and this one. So they are a female, and this one double Z, and here is double Z. It means they are having male, which are homogametic. So half of the offspring will be female and half of the offspring will be male. So up to here, we have seen sex determination according to the chromosomal or genetic view, but there are some differences between, we can see here, between the pattern in Drosophila and human, because both are having almost the same sex determination, like XX for female and XY for male. But here is one very, very important difference. Like in a human being, SRY gene is present. SRY gene, it means sex determinating region Y, that forms testes in the male. So this gene is Y linked. It means that is present on Y, not anywhere else. So it is found only on the Y chromosome, this blue line, that is gene. So it is present on the short arm of the chromosome. and that stands for the sex determining region Y. So that is responsible for the development of testes. And if no SRY gene, so no gonads are formed, and definitely that will lead to the formation of ovaries, whether the Y chromosome is present. But if SRY gene is not present, so it means that this chromosome, that Y chromosome, is not working here, and the organism is a female. There are some also differences in like sex determination of Drosophila and female. So absence of Y chromosome simply leads to female developmental path. Like if you see here X, and there is no Y in human. So it means only X is present. So all the characteristics which are appearing here, so they are feminine characters. So here we can see this is the normal condition, male and female that are the normal one, and here of male in Drosophila human normal one. But here is the problem when double X and Y trisomy is the mutation of the chromosome, while disjunction is going to be happen. So that is due to non-disjunction. So in like a human being, that is male, but more feminine characters are there. So that is sterile male. But in Drosophila, that is we can say uh, um, the normal female. And the next one, if the Drosophila is having this type of structure where the like a Y chromosome is not present, so that is male, but that is sterile male. Sterile male. And if that is happen in humans, that is sterile female. So there are some differences, as well as in Klinefelter's syndrome. The same XXY set of chromosomes in Drosophila produce fertile female, but here it in human that is infertile or sterile male. So that is due to the non-disjunction of the chromosome, which is going to happen during meiosis. One more point here to be discussed, that is like SRY gene is present in human beings in a Y chromosome, but in Drosophila there is no SRY gene present. So here is another method to determine the sex, that is X chromosome autosome balance system is used here. So that is also called chromosomal X chromosome or autosomal balance system, or genic balance. Also, it's said to be like this. So normally the Drosophila is having 3 autosomes and 1 pair of sex chromosomes. So XX is female, XY is male, like human beings, and unlike human beings, Y does not determine the sex. Human beings in human beings, Y determines the sex of male, but here not in the case. That is not the case of Drosophila. So if XXY fly is female, so NX or fly is male. So the sex of the fly results from the ratio of number of chromosomes to the number of sets of autosomes, number of X chromosomes, and number of the sets of autosomes. So we can write it as X over A. Like this is number of X chromosome to the ratio of number of sets of chromosomes. So normally in a diploid female, if the autosomal are 2 sets, so chromosome number, X chromosome number are 2, So that is 2/2. So the sex, like that ratio of X chromosome to that one is 1. Autosomal ratio is 1. So in normal diploid male Drosophila, that is the normal condition. So if X is 1, because that is X and Y condition. If X is 1 and no Y, or Y is there, so that will be half definitely. Because here is 1 and here is 2, so that will come half of the ratio, so 0.5. So aneuploidy, in case of aneuploidy, like if there are abnormal chromosome numbers are there. Abnormal chromosome numbers means if X chromosomes uh, are 3 or autosomal chromosome R3, so that can be different. But the main thing is that if the ratio between X to A ratio that is greater than or equal to 1, so the fly will be female. And when the X to A ratio is equal to less than um, 0.5, the fly will be male. So a ratio between 0.5 and 1. 0.5 and 1, the result in sterile intersex fly with having mixed characters of male and female traits. So that distinguished in Drosophila, uh, uh, because that does not have the gene SRY, which is present in male of human beings. So that is sex determining region Y or SRY gene. That is actually the sex-linked inheritance. So when we study sex as inheritance in human beings, so we will study this SRY gene again, inshallah. So dear students, that's it for today. I hope you understood and enjoyed the lecture. And inshallah, I continue this chapter in the next lecture. Wish you all the best. Allah Hafiz.